Okay, match 2. Hopefully no more stupid Eldrazi-tron. Screw that deck. Alright. I like it. Alrighty. Yeah, let's get Aether Vial down. Let's actually lead off with Bauble, because there's a tiny chance they might force negation this, and I think we'd much rather for them force negation this than the Aether Vial. Okay, let's see what they got. Okay, it's burn. There's maybe like a tiny chance that maybe we shouldn't have played the Vial first. And maybe also like we shouldn't, yeah. Maybe we should have played the Bauble first, because like actually playing Trickster could be better if they got Goblin Guide. Which of course they do. Of course, why would we have an untapped painless source of blue mana? So here's the deal. Do we Dismember? And I think we do, because sure, we end up taking an additional 2 damage, but we end up saving it. We just take an additional 2. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they play Swift Spear, because like Goblin Guide admittedly is much easier to deal with. Or Eidolon. Okay, yeah, that's a good Dismember target. I mean, I never like dismembering, but hey, if we're gonna dismember something, I think Swift Spear is the better one to dismember, because Goblin Guide is just more easily blocked. So basically, we just turned that into a Vexing Devil that we took 4 from. That's basically what happened right there. Or you could look at it like we converted it into a 1-mana Boros Charm, but I prefer the Vexing Devil analogy because it feels a little less bad. Probably Rift Bolt, I'm guessing. Otherwise, they would have played it before combat. Yep. Alright, so some choices here. Yeah, I think playing Watery Grave tap makes a lot of sense. We might as well, like, you know, leave up Trickster and yeah. So I think here's the plan. We're gonna take the hit. What we can't afford to have happen is for an Eidolon to hit, I think. Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to use Lord of Atlantis to block. Alright. Well, never mind. I think we're gonna have to Trickster. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna tap down the Swift Spear with the Trickster. And we're gonna have a blocker for the Goblin Guide. They're probably not gonna attack though, because they know if we got a Lord, then this is just a disaster waiting to happen in all kinds of ways. And we're not going to Vial in a Lord, I think. Yeah, we're not going to Vial in a Lord. We're going to put Lurrus to hand. I'm going to play Lurrus. We're not going to Vial in a Lord. I take it back. We're going to Vial in a Lord. We just need extra blockers. Hopefully we draw into another blue spell. So we are going to tick this up. We are going to... Yeah, we do. We are going to put Lurrus to hand. We are going to play Lurrus. We are going to bring back Bauble. And hopefully they can't double burn spell us. And I'm going to keep both of these back to block, because I think the longer the game goes, the more advantageous to us. So Say what you want, but I'm not going to go on the offensive. No, that wasn't particularly helpful, but hey, what can you do? Arid Mesa. Are they going after me? Okay, that's fine. You know they got Boros Charm, so like they got more damaging stuff. Okay, well we're definitely force negating this. Thankfully we know that the next card in their hand is Boros Charm, so we know. Unless something happened and I missed it. I mean, we're looking at Boros Charm right here. I'm pretty sure that's the last card in their hand. Alright, well we're double blocking. Why wouldn't we, right? They're obviously gonna go after the Lord, but that's fine. Just gotta get this thing off the table. And we can just bring back the Lord anyway, so no biggie. I kind of want to attack with Lurrus, but I also kind of want to wait until the board is clear. I mean, gaining 3 life is nice, but like, if I can repeatedly gain 3 life, then the game will be over. I don't want to get greedy, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I think this is a pretty obvious play here. Yeah, at the risk of just dying next turn, I'm going to attack with Lurrus. I mean, I know it seems like bad, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta gain the 3 life. And, you know, hopefully the clock is fast enough with the tar pit chipping in too. So, we shall see. And there's no guarantee we're going to draw Dismember. Any. Eidolon. I think we're actually fine with Eidolon. The only problem though is this makes the Deprive kind of awkward, because if they Boros Charm us, then this is dead. So never mind, actually. We're not actually fine with the Eidolon. We thought we were fine with the Eidolon, but in actuality, it just ended up making the Deprive dead anyway. Alrighty. Well, let's see here. Definitely want to do like this. We want to keep at least one blocker back. I mean, let's see, if we do 6, we represent, if we do 5, we represent 8, 9, 10, 11 next turn. Yeah, so we'll do like that. I guess in retrospect, I should have just kept the lands open. But anyway. So I gotta draw a burn spell, or I think things get difficult for them. I mean, there's no like guarantee that they draw a burn spell. Okay, and I think that's game. I'm just so tired of this burn deck, like hitting exactly 3 lands. I mean, I guess they did so this game, but haha, still. And actually, like Burn's kind of like a cousin of the red decks, wins type decks I play. So like, I don't necessarily wish ill will on them, except that I just. Anyway, so this is another 3 damage either way you slice it, so it's fine. It would have been another 3 damage from the creeping tar pit anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, anyway, it's just that like I've played Boros Burn before, and like one reason I kind of experimented with other other ways to build it. It's just that, trust me, you don't always hit exactly 3 mana. So I do feel like there's a certain, in a way, like sort of variance going against us. But like, obviously we still won, but they still hit their 3 lands. But it just you can't guarantee it. It just does not happen every time. It doesn't even happen, I think. I don't know. I don't know percentages wise, but I just dropped too many games that I feel like it's just I don't wanna like not be in control that much. The amount of games I dropped did not feel acceptable to me, but I guess maybe it's your risk tolerance. Okay, and I think Dismember's got to go. I did try in the past playing Dismember, but I just don't think so. Yeah, I mean, Spreading Seas ain't the best either, but I think it's better than Dismember. Echoing Truth can be good. I think on the draw, probably 2 Echoing Truths are better than 2 Spreading Seas. I don't know if any Spreading Seas can be pitched to force, so like they're never completely dead. Dismembers are just so awkward because they're really kind of secretly a 3 mana spell. They look like a 1 mana spell, but they're really a 3 mana spell. Lurrus. Chalice. Yeah, I mean, double Chalice. It's not perfect, but double Chalice and the lands to play them, can't really complain. Kind of like this new art for Watery Grave. I think I liked all the Watery Grave art, to be honest. Gotta love Rob Alexander, but I don't think I've seen a Watery Grave art I didn't like. Anyway. So many times returning to Ravnica. Okay. Okie dokie. Swifty. Swifty to the face. Oh, and they mulliganed. How many times did they mulligan? 6 cards. Okay, it's just the 6 cards, but still. Oh man, that's... Well, at least we kind of have a path to victory. I don't want to play 0 because I got Bauble as my cards. But yeah, let's get real here. He got one too many chalices. So we'll see if we can weather the storm. They're using up a lot of their 1-drops and pseudo 1-drops, but I still got a chance. And if we can hit 4 mana, then hopefully we can lock up the game. They don't have any white mana, so hopefully they either don't have Boros Charm or can't play it if they have it. What sucks is we're gonna have to take 2. That sucks. But we just have to play this out. There's just no way around it. If we want to have any chance of winning, we gotta hopefully shut off a spell or 2 in their hand if they've got spells in their hand. Or a spell or 2 off the top, whatever the case may be. We gotta stem the bleeding somewhat. So what they could have is they could have Skullcrack into like Skewer. So Yeah, I think you're clever. Alright, fine. It's still correct to bring in Chalice. They don't always have Smash. They aren't always able to get around Force Negation. And yeah, there's just a lot of things. Well, we gotta counter this, which is 3 mana, so like it's not exactly ideal, but here we go. Oh my god, returning a Watery Grave to hand. It's not really where I want to be, but hey, what can you do? Alright, once again, not drawing 1 or 3 lands, but I mean, hey. You know, we kind of got punished for over-relying on Chalice. What can you do? Like, I mean, we're really, like, on the draw, sometimes there's not much you can do. Alright, I think they're clever, but I think we got a pretty good chance. I mean, Echoing Truth can be good. I just don't know if it's... I think we can take out a couple Lords on the draw to put in more Spreading Seas. Just on the play, it can be pretty good at slowing them down, actually. On the draw, it's definitely a little meh, and you need cards to stem the bleeding more, but on the play, it really can do work. The combination of Force Negation and Deprive makes Smash to Smithereens not a sure bet. You know, they may not always have it, but also even if they do, I mean, there is some chance we don't have either Aether Vial or Chalice, and hoping that we F6 through Mishra's Bauble may or may not work. But, you know, obviously we do have 8 of these, so, alright, well, I mean, what can I say? They're not guaranteed to have Smash to Smithereens. And if they don't, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. Alrighty. Would be nice if we had Force Negation. I mean, you'd think they have to have some consideration to waiting till my upkeep. In which case Deprive could get them. But I got a feeling they're not going to think about it too much. So Force Negation is probably better if they're not thinking too much. But if they are, Deprive is probably better because, you know, there's a lot of consideration of waiting until their upkeep. Now if we got Force Negation and Deprive, then we can protect it either way. Okie dokie. They're gonna attack. Okie dokie. Upland Guide. Alright, it's not exactly the land we want to see, but hey, it is a land. We'll take it. I got a feeling they got Smash to Smithereens, but hey, we got a backup Chalice, so maybe all's well that ends well. It is an interesting question if they smash on upkeep. If we Deprive or just play another Chalice. Probably we Deprive because the Chalice on 2 could seal the deal. But, you know, they're probably not thinking about Force Negation. They'll probably just jam Smash to Smithereens. Alrighty. They may not necessarily want to do this right away, because, I mean, we could, in theory, play Aether Vial now. They don't necessarily know that we don't have another land. We'll see. Alright, well. Yeah, because the thing is, actually, in a way, maybe they called our bluff, because the problem for us is we could just play another Chalice, but I think we want to play towards the Chalice on 2. The problem is that, yeah, so we're gonna call their bluff. I know this involves taking another 2 from Goblin Guide, but I just got a feeling that they are waiting for upkeep. Yeah. And the more, you know, yeah, I think that they're playing around something. Yeah, well, taking 2 might be worth actually getting the ball rolling, because we are going to have to take 2 from Goblin Guide anyway. we do have the Chalice lock plan right here. Okay, well, let's do it. I know it seems weird, but I know it seems weird, but I just know they're holding up Smash Smithereens. I hope they don't play like Land Searing Blaze, because then, oh yeah. Well, we're gonna try to deal with this because this is like, because if they smash this Smithereens, fine, we'll just play another Chalice. If they play Eidolon or something, do we drop Chalice on 2? I don't know. Probably not. Oh. That actually may be marginally better. We can turn off Boros Charm, potentially. So here's what we can do. But the problem is that we can't take 2. We just can't. Alright, well, we got an Eidolon coming. Maybe we do just drop this for 2. Yeah, I mean, we totally can drop this for 2, because the reality is we can play Lurrus through it. That's like a multi-turn process, though. It's definitely not ideal. We have some choices. We could blank all these cards. So let's see. And we're kind of counting on them not having any 3-drop spell, because if they can attack us once, Lurrus to hand twice, and then we're in range of a burn spell. Actually, we're in range of burn spell, within 1 attack, because I'm actually going to have to go down. I'm just not too risk-taking, so I'm just gonna like play this, and it might have been worth it to actually look at the top card of our library. Oh, it's Bauble. And I might, if they just drop Eidolon, I might just play Chalice on 2. Might. I definitely will block. Okay, I might just play Chalice on 2. Because nothing else really actually does too much right here, but they can attack. And if I play Lurrus, man, it's just like... Could try to wait until the end of their turn, bounce Lurrus, then play Chalice. That actually doesn't sound half bad. And I probably will block with Creeping Tar Pit if they attack. More lands definitely could help. So if I take 4, I go down to 3. I could just try to return this to hand right now. I could just replay it. Alright, well I guess I'm going to try to go for the Hail Mary and just... But I just don't like the way... This is kind of... Oh. Okay. What we could do... Problem is that the blocker step's going to end and the damage is going to... Yeah, I think I'll just block. I think we're going to have to slam Chalice next turn if we draw an untapped land. Alright, we did not. Well, so I think the best thing we can do then is to just present a blocker. And of course now we're dead to 2 mana burn spells, but then again we kind of were anyway if they had Boros Charm, which is, you know, one of their most common 2 mana burn spells. Arguably we should have just played a Master last turn. Arguably it's too cute waiting for the... I don't know, waiting for the Echoing Truth kind of made sense with the holding the Creeping Tar Pit up. Kinda did. We got a plan now. It's not like the best plan ever, but it's a plan. How annoying. We just don't draw any lands, and obviously shutting ourselves off of Aether Vial just shuts us out of the game.